Okay, welcome everyone to the reveal of our latest mural here in Silverton. This is our 35th mural. We've been painting these for quite a while, and it's just been about a year since we opened the city building. So now we get to hang some art on the building, which is awesome. And a little story about the Mural Society. So in the late 80s, Lancaster Drive, they were putting a lot of businesses over there, and businesses were getting pulled away from Silverton. And the downtown area here was drying up, businesses were closing, and it was losing a lot of its vibrancy. So the city had the foresight and wisdom to start the Mural Society to paint the town. And they signed a city ordinance in 1992 to do that. And the Mural Society has been putting up the murals since then. And the murals really give Silverton quite a character and draw a lot of tourists and attractions to the city. We know that by the numbers, because we have a website and we get over 20,000 visitors a year coming to our website, which is mostly people coming to downtown and looking at the murals and clicking on the QR codes. So we know the murals add a lot to this town, and I'm proud to be part of it. And always remember, shop local first before you go to Salem. This mural is dedicated to the history of cultural roots of Silverton and was made possible by the City of Silverton, the Giles Family Foundation, and the Silverton Mural Society. So I'd like to introduce the muralists, Tanya Smithberg. She's been part of the Mural Society since 2009. She's somewhat famous. This is her fourth mural. She actually started under the tutelage of Lori Rodriguez and developed her styles and techniques, and those are probably some of the most popular murals in town. She's not only does she paint the murals, but she also makes sure that they're maintained and are sharp looking. And so she's just a huge part of the Mural Society, and we appreciate her so much. So without any further ado, Tanya, can you come up and help us with the reveal?
Hello? Oh, God. Yes.
Sorry.
Let you in?
Yeah. We've got a little handout here, the flyers. So everybody with the flyers, can you hand those out? If you can control your urges, don't turn it off until we show you the actual mural. Sorry, Tanya.
Okay. My name's Tanya, and I love public speaking. I also want to thank, I'm probably just going to read this actually. I want to thank the Silverton City Hall, the Mural Society, and everyone who made this mural possible. I want to thank John Clyde for bringing me all the coffee deliveries while I was working, and my friends and family for all the support and encouragement. I also want to thank Norm English for helping with research and all of it that went into the mural. It's a lot of research. And also thank you, Robin and John Guy, for organizing this unveiling. A little about the process for this mural. I spent probably about a year researching. Culture is such a broad topic, and there was just so much information to consider. I settled on a quilt format for a few reasons. Quilts are used across many cultures for storytelling, and the layout itself lends well to having a lot of symbolism and fitting a lot of symbolism into a small space. I also just am obsessed with quilts. So I mixed a bit of my own illustrative style with some attempts at folk art, and I went with a color palette that I thought fit Silverton and the new City Hall. Since there are so many sides that make up culture, I narrowed it down to some of the elements that relate most to our historic roots. I need to point at it now. Yep, let's see. So here it comes. Oh. Let me give it a shake. It's just got hot on the corner.
We needed Tanya anyway.
I didn't want the wind to, blow it away. Okay, so the center panel here is my folk art version of the land that attracted so many people to this area in general. And also the architecture and monuments that have stood out over the years. The panels on each side of the center panel depict a drawing of a Kalapuya and a tribe language map of the Willamette Valley. The border with the dark brown area represents the agriculture that we've had over the years. And the four corners symbolize beliefs, diversity, youth, and industry. Four significant immigration groups are represented at the center of each border. There's the top, the side, the bottom, and the left side here. And some of our longest running festivals are shown on the top and bottom borders with the white background or pastel background. And that's generally it. There's a lot that went into it, so I'm happy to talk about it more and answer questions. Norm wrote a whole book that goes along with this mural, so there's just so much information about our cultural roots. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you, Tanya. And she mentioned she'll be here after the ceremony, so you can ask her questions, and she could show you up close where all those details are. We invited the mayor here to say a few words. So, Jason, if you would come up and join us. Thank you.
Well, wow, isn't this exciting? I think it's great. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank the Mural Society and Tanya for making this happen. And I really appreciate that from the very beginning, they were very focused on our cultural heritage and they just took extreme precautions to make sure that they really did the best job they could when it came to representing the roots of our community. And I appreciate their commitment and passion to that. And then, of course, for Tanya, for actually bringing it to life in the form that it is now. This is beautiful. And I think this is something that's going to be cherished for generations to come. So thank you all for being here, and it's very exciting. Thank you to the Mural Society and to Tanya.